Hello everyone, I'm Sir Andy at your service. Relax and enjoy while viewing my video presentation. We have the problem about combination. So for our problem number 1, we have to find n in combination of n objects taken 4 at a time equals 15. So the solution, we need to follow the formula. So we have combination of n taken 4 at a time is equal to 15. So simply substitute the values of the 4 factors in our equation. So since our value of r is equal to 4, so we have the 4 factors represented by n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 all over 4 factorial equals 15. Next, we have n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 all over the value of 4 factorial, which is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 equals 15. Simplify further, we have n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 divided by 24 equals 15. After that, we need to cross multiply 24 by 15. So, as a result, we have n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3 equals 360. And then, since we do not know what really the value of n in our equation, we need to assume some values to replace the value of n. So, my first assumption is that we have the 4 factors equating to 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. But then, unfortunately, the value of that is 120. So therefore, it is not equal to 360. So that is wrong. So let us assume another value. And this time, it is more bigger than the other one. So we have the factors or the 4 factors, 3 times 4 times 5 times 6, which is equal to 360. So this time, we got exactly the equation, which is equal to 360. So therefore, the greatest factor in that 4 factors is 6, and that would be the value of n. So by substituting the values, we have 6 times 6 minus 1 times 6 minus 2 times 6 minus 3 equals 360. Simplify further, we have 6 times 5 times 4 times 3, which is equal to 360. So therefore, the value of our n in the problem is equal to 6. So if you want to check whether your work is correct, let us check. So by checking, following the formula, we have now combination of 6 taken 4 at a time is equal to 15. So substitute the formula. So the values now are 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 4 factorial times 4 factorial equals 15. So we have the equivalent value of 6 factorial. We have 6 times 5 times 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 4 factorial equals 15. So since we have the same value from numerator and denominator, and that is the 4 factorial, let us cancel it out. So the remaining values now are 6 times 5 divided by 2 times 1 equals 15. So simplify further, we have 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15. And therefore, 15 is equal to 15. So we have equated the equation. So it is okay. So therefore, we are sure that the value of n is equal to 6. So what if the unknown is r and not n? So let us now have the problem number 2. Find r in combination of 8 taken r at a time equals 56. For our solution, we have the formula. Combination of 8 taken r at a time is equal to 56. And then, 56 is equal, of course, to the formula. We have the n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. So the value of n will be replaced by 8. And then after that, we have to interchange the position of 56 and 8 minus r factorial times r factorial for us to be able to put all the constant at the right side of the equation. So therefore, we have now our equation 8 minus r factorial times r factorial equals 8 factorial divided by 56. So by simplifying, we have now 8 minus r factorial times r factorial is equal to the value of our 8 factorial, which is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is divided by 56. So the value of our equation now is equal to 8 minus r factorial times r factorial is equal to 40,320 divided by 56. To simplify further, we got the value of 8 minus r factorial times r factorial is equal to 720. So this time, we are going to assume again a value for our r. And of course, as a tip, we need to find the value of r which is lesser than the value of n. So since our n is 8, the possible values of our r may be equal to 8 or less than 8. So let us assume one of the numbers less than 8, and that is 3. Okay, so we have now to replace the value 8 minus the value of r, which is 3, our assumption, which is 3. So our r factorial is also 3. Then equate it to 720. So by computing the values, we have 8 minus 3 is equal to 5 factorial times 3 factorial equals 720. So let us now see if the equation is equal. Okay, so we have the 5 factorial times 3 factorial. In calculation, we have 720. Therefore, the equation is equal. So we can say that the assumption that we have in our computation, which is the value of r is equal to 3, is really sure the value of r. So therefore, the r in our problem is equal to 3. So I hope you have learned so much from this video, and thank you and bye-bye.